Hey Steve, how's it going?
Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Today we're going to be talking about My Hero, episode 13. A
A
thousand
hundred?
percent,
No, 100. 100 infinite.
100%. So basically, I'm just gonna dive right into it.
All right.
It shows up where basically we see what the heck the people upstairs, or I guess on ground level, were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And they were fighting Dragon Lady, kicked the crap out of that guy real quick.
Yeah.
But then somehow he the steroids he took, it was like time delayed or something, and then all of a sudden he finally got the power from the special booster,
He roided out.
and he was able to I didn't get what the heck his quirk was, but he sucked the energy out of you. Did you figure out what the heck that guy's quirk was?
I don't know how to really... I don't know. It was kind of like... They didn't really go into it. Energy sucker. I don't know.
Then as they're trying to fight the guy again because he broke out of his special handcuffs, basically Deku out of nowhere goes, "Hey, we need your help downstairs." But Steve, you want to tell the audience what really happened?
No.
Well, guess what, Steve? It wasn't actually Deku.
What?
It was my girl.
They tricked you? They tricked us?
Yeah. Those darn trickers and those, body swaps, and she's really making this. She's really making it hard for me to figure out who's actually in the show right now.
I'm getting duped.
We also found out
Swindled.
that Eri is actually the boss's granddaughter, which I guess technically it would be his foster niece. I don't know how that would work. Because he's not actually the boss's son.
No.
But the boss has a child, a girl, and basically she met some guy, had a kid, and that's who Eri is. So technically they're somehow related, but not actually related.
Yeah. Because he's not really related to the boss.
And we find out, finally, what Eri's power is.
Yeah, we kind of had it all wrong. Or they've been misleading us with what she does. They wanted you to believe that it was negative, like a harmful thing, like she could erase quirks, and somehow her body was harmful to quirks. And that's what we thought when she was making the bullets and they were using her blood. But it's really not that at all. I'm trying to think of how to put it. It reverses you to a previous state. It's not like time travel.
It's like this. It's kind of like it takes you back to let's say you lost an arm or something.
Yeah.
It reverts you back. You somehow regrow the arm.
It's literally just like reversal is the best way to put it. Like, the scene in Doctor Strange when he's playing with the apple and he moves it forward in time and it has bites taken out of it and it decays and then he just rolls it back.
Yes.
Apple. It's literally that.
That is the greatest way to put.
That's the best. That's the closest thing I could think of. Except she can't do it in forward time. She can only fix things that have happened. Which is why last episode she said, "I'll come to you if you fix everyone the way they were." We thought she was talking about Overhaul fixing it, but that could also be referring to herself. Well, we don't really know how big of scale she could do it on.
But also, there's one other thing.
Hmm.
She doesn't know how to use her power.
Yeah.
So,
It just
so
kind
I'm
of
thinking
being
that
in close proximity to her.
I'm thinking it personally is she was asking him to help and actually
Yeah.
do it for her, if
Yeah.
that makes.
To use her power for her. Because that's
And
why
that,
he's testing on her, because he wants to figure out how it works. Because I don't really know his whole plan, his thing to like reverse quirkless people or quirk people back to humans and make everyone on Earth a human so he can be the strongest.
I'm thinking that was the whole plan. I think that's what he wanted to do. Like he wants to like have all the heroes go back to de-evolved where they don't have
Yeah.
powers and let the villains just kind of rule over.
Yeah.
Because
Because
he has a real problem. He wants the Yakuza to be the leader again, like they
yeah.
were way
Mhm.
back. So yeah,
And he can't really have that with heroes running around. Because he has a line when him and Midoriya are fighting later. He says something about like his world order of like humans back on top.
yeah, he did seem like he wanted like he said in the fight, he was like, "Hey, I want, all no more heroes. I want to rid the world of that like oh god, infection, I think he called like referred to it."
Yeah, which is weird because he has the power, and that's his
Honestly, yeah.
mindset.
He could have been a hero. He could still be a hero. He
Yeah.
just But I also want to say that I think he has a skewed uh view, views, I guess, because he wants to rid the world, but he also wants them to keep their power. So it's like, what if you're gonna send everything back? Might as well make sure that no one has powers.
Yeah, just like start over.
But then once again, if he does that, then basically he's just doing what Eri does and just reverts everything back, and then it's gonna just happen later on in life again.
Hmm. He also Overhaul. I'm referring to. He also says that her power can't really be controlled, and she doesn't know what she's doing because he saw her go near some rats. I think they were, or like mice or something, and she erased them from ever being there in the first place. So that's a possibility. She could just make it like you're never even alive. She could send you back so far.
Yeah, that's I think what she also did to her dad, mistakenly.
Mhm. I don't
She
I don't I don't think she wants to, and she could probably learn to control it like we kind of see in the when she's with Deku.
Well, I don't know if she actually did get it in control because basically what Deku's whole plan was going full strength and hurting himself as much as he could to offset the healing.
Mhm.
So like yeah, he was going at like 100% and his body would have been ripped to shreds if it wasn't for her constantly reverting his body or reverting his thing back to original.
Mhm.
Which I also like the fact that she did revert back even his injuries from the tournament, when he first had his power.
Yeah. Do you try to get into that? I mean, that's like the latter half of this episode is their whole fight.
Well, pretty much, I think we basically kind of just drew it into this whole thing.
Mhm. Yeah, the beginning is the build up and a little airy explanation, get some more story on her.
How,
Well,
how
before
did
that,
how
what?
did Lemillion's cape or whatever get all the way out there though?
I don't know. It just started flying, right?
Yeah, like it started flying and then like she caught it and I don't know if she tripped or she jumped into Deku's arms. Like, that wasn't unclear to me. Do you have a reasoning behind that?
It's anime. Some wacky anime physics. Could just explain it away.
But yeah, that basically Deku was just trying to inflict as much pain on himself because she doesn't know how to turn it off, and I don't know what it was doing, but I'm thinking it because he was grabbing his stomach, maybe it was reverting the All Might hair. Like, granted, I don't know. Like, what if she could do that, right? And if she could, or somehow reverted the hair, would All Might get his powers back?
I don't know. I'm gonna hold off on that until the end because I have a few ideas about that.
You know what? I think also, guys, we are gonna do. I'm pitching this right now to Steve as this is going on. I want to do like the last like couple minutes of our shows. I want to do like a prediction hour or like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to have like our little daily or weekly. Okay, we did the whole episode. Boom. We're going to make predictions for the next episode. How do you feel about that?
I mean, that's what we do for the most part, but if you want to make it an official thing.
Yeah, I want to make it an official segment.
All right.
Because honestly, like, we've been pretty spot on.
Yeah, because we're smart.
Like, we did.
And most shows are fairly predictable.
Like any M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Very predictable. I could read it like a book. I mean, they have their own way of doing it, but
like, not to get too far into it, but we've been pretty spot on with our predictions as it is. Like, we predicted that Eri was not his actual like relative, but someone related to the boss.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we said that. I hit the nail on the head with it was going to be 3 episodes more than of the fighting and whatnot. So, like, yeah, we're 100% for our freaking predictions.
We can't get anything wrong. Everything we say comes true.
It's almost like they're listening to this small channel and taking our ideas.
And they're animating at the speed of light, fixing what they already have to match what we say.
Or I'm just spitballing here. Steve, going into the future, bringing these back and giving me the scoop so I look like a...
Whoa. Wow.
I know, Steve's such a nice guy for that.
That's crazy. You want to talk about Deku going Super Saiyan?
Dude, no joke. That is literally in my notes. Super Saiyan God.
What do you like? What else would you call it?
Dude, it even had like the lightning bolt.
His hair was even spiked back and he was glowing.
Dude, I feel like they're gonna be in some trouble. I'm not even lying. Like, they literally pulled the Super Saiyan God blue hair.
Like, he had the nice music going on. He had the everything, dude.
The only thing, he had like some weird like glitter popping instead of like the old school lightning bolts.
Yeah. But I mean, that's as close as you can get. But I was here for it, man. I was loving every second of it.
Dude, I was too. I was like, I honestly like had to like pause the video, look up, be like, oh, this is my hero. This isn't freaking Dragon Balls.
Yeah. Like, I like it when they really just like cut loose. All right, like, now our hero is gonna do some wild, wacky stuff, full power. They're like, you've been waiting for this, and we're like, yeah, we've been waiting for this. And they just gave us as much as we could handle, and I'd be fine with just filler for the rest of the season after that, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Now that we saw him,
like, we've been spoiled. We got spoiled. Like, how do you top that?
Dude, I don't know. All I know is I hope they get another season after this. If Dragon Ball Z doesn't like go, hey, you completely ripped us off. We want some money for this.
That was a good fight scene though. I hate talking about fight scenes because there's only so much you could really say. But
I did like also like the little bit of a story that they gave in the middle, like they always do. Like something really actually happens, and then they do a flashback, and then
yeah, like
some
someone's
more.
about to get punched in the face. Flashback. Yeah.
Like I do like the fact that we found out more about the stuff. Like the boss found out that Overhaul started selling drugs, and he wanted to be. He didn't want to get into the drug and muddy the waters like that. He wanted to be more of like a. I don't know. He had morals, I guess. The old boss of the Yakuza
Mhm.
before. Then we also find out Overhaul's big plan was to sell the bullets to take the quirks away to the villains and sell a separate one to the heroes that bring their powers back. Which he said that was the one I think he derived from Erie Ares quirk.
So he's just making double money.
Well, yeah, that's the best way to do it. You know.
What was going on with Overhaul? Like when he was just like he did some Akira stuff again, and he was just getting all big and weird.
Well, because he's losing his money.
Like
Like
he just became a big blob monster.
well, dude, as it is, he's gone off the deep end. He literally has. So basically, he just wants Eri back because that's how his whole plan is held together.
Mhm. Yeah, his whole plan is like on her.
Like if you take that away from him, dude, he's screwed. Because he's not making his millions like he wanted to, and that was the whole point of the 5-month plan, I guess. At this point, it's a 5-month because after the 5th month, he's kind of screwed. But I also like the fact that me and you, I think we said this either in the last episode or the one before that or something.
Yeah.
Overhaul put the boss in the coma. We knew it.
Yeah, we had an inkling, a little idea. I wasn't like 100%, but I was like, We had a feeling, you know.
Yeah, I'm hooked on a feeling.
And as you know, we're always right. So, of course,
100%.
we can also talk a little about Night-Eye's prediction, because before Eri and Deku were about to fly away and go fight Overhaul,
Fly me to the moon.
he told Ochako that he saw the future, and Midori ended up dying, which, given his powers and who he was fighting, is a possibility. You know, whenever he uses
Especially when he goes Akira.
yeah, when he uses a bit of his powers, he hurts himself, and he thought he would kill himself trying like pushing too hard. But at the very end, he's still alive, and Night-Eye was wrong.
No, not Nighteye.
Which leads me to believe, I don't want to say it.
Oh, go on and say, Steve.
That they're gonna save All Might.
Ba-boom! Last prediction was right also.
I
100%. Yeah.
don't like that.
Plus Ultra Steve. No,
I think it would be better if, okay, they introduce All Might's dying. Cool. They introduce this character that can reverse things. Cool. But then at the very end, he says he doesn't want it. And he says he wants Deku to keep the title, and he just wants to like die in peace, and he's done being a hero.
Well, yeah, but now that he's exhausted every, like, I guess, medical standpoint. So basically, this is an outside thing that no one knew about.
Yeah, I know, but
Boom.
why even I don't know, just like let the man die. Put some stakes in the show is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but
If you could just get away with anything and then nothing is real and no one ever gets hurt,
well, also
what's the point?
we never really went over it. He could also like decline and be like, "Hey, I've accepted my
That's
fate."
what I mean. That's what I want him to do. That's
Who
what I want
knows?
him to say.
Uh, the League of Villains could pretend to be Deku again. Be like, "Hey, Eri, come over here. I s- there's someone here that says that they're your parent or whatever." And then boom, all of a sudden, it's my girl kidnapping.
That's really what I want to happen. I want him to say no, I don't want it. Bring back Mirio's powers if you want, but let All Might die and let the
No,
new
no,
kid be
no,
the
no,
hero.
Steve. You have to have both. If you give back Mirio his abilities, you have to give All Might.
Or it's if you bring All Might back, you keep Mirio's stuff gone.
Ooh, no, because Mirio's too cool. Unless Mirio wants to just become a normal person.
I don't know, like that's my whole thing. I'm like, why can't you just let things be things, let them play their natural course? You gotta come up with some convoluted thing of I'll fix it.
Well, who knows? Maybe the damage is too bad even.
Yeah, maybe. That's what I hope. I
Or
hate
maybe like he could be like, "Hey, yeah, you can do that, but only go back like a couple years. I just want to live a couple years longer so I can make sure that Deku is
yeah.
all right and
That would
trained."
be cool. I would like that. But
Because
that's just a problem with these magical cures.
I'll be honest, like, yeah, people can train Deku or whatever, but it's not going to be All Might training him on his own ability that he has had. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go to a speedster and be like, "Hey, teach me how to fight," because he's using his speed as like a thing. Where a strong guy will be like, "Hey, we're gonna punch through this wall, like this concrete wall, for like 5 hours." Where a speedster is gonna be like, "Okay, we're gonna train on punching, getting out real quick, and then doing it again, and doing it again, and doing it again."
Mhm.
And I didn't say a curse.
Um, I uh, I think what you said with the whole give All Might more time to live, say like maybe 3 or 4 years, would be a good balance of like the best of both worlds, kind of, because Night Eye would still be right. He dies eventually, but then we feel a little better that All Might's gonna stick around for a little longer, but
Yeah.
eventually knowing that he's gonna die. So,
Granted, I just, as much as I like Night Eye, I don't like him, so I don't want him to be right.
mhm. I hope he
I know
makes it
you
okay.
just
I hope he survives. I mean, he
he
told
literally has a cement
I know.
stake
He
through his body.
he told Ochako to bring him up, float him up to the surface and get him to an ambulance.
Float him to the moon.
I hope he turns out okay. I mean, I'm sure he will, but
No,
is that the episode? That's really all that happened. Fight, fight,
well,
fight, talk, talk, talk.
yeah, I got a couple more things I want to
Sure.
discuss.
Sure.
First off, I want to say, what if someone dies in the real world and whatnot? Can she rewind time to where he's back to living?
We haven't seen that yet.
But I feel like that's a high probability. Like there's not much against it. Uh that was my first thing. Second, where the heck is Gran Torino? Where is he?
He's kind of just been chilling. He's old, man. Let him do his thing.
Yes, it's a really old car, but still, where the heck is he?
Oh man, now that you said if she could bring people back from, oh my, That's what's gonna happen. I have a feeling like the last episode is gonna be All Might just dying, and then he like flatlines or something, and then they go to end credits or something, and Aries in the room, and you just hear the pulse, like, but yeah, you hear you hear it come back. I have a very strong feeling that they'll do something like that.
Nah, my prediction, right, is gonna
Yeah.
be that exact same thing, but it's going to be the last episode of the season, and that's the cliffhanger that they're gonna
That's what I
leave you on.
said.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were saying like
Is
I
that what
wasn't
it is?
sure if you
Maybe I
were just
didn't
gonna.
say that. If I didn't, that's what I meant to say. Yes, the last
I
episode
think
of the season.
yeah, that's the only thing you didn't say. I think that
Okay.
you,
Well,
it
that's
was
what
the last episode.
that's what I was trying to say then. But yeah,
Because, dude, I'll be honest, I'm gonna be so mad if that does happen now.
And you know it will.
It will.
You know it will.
It freaking will, and I'm gonna
I
be
could just-
so upset. I'm gonna be
I
like,
can see it now.
now I gotta wait a whole nother. They do the split seasons, right?
Maybe we haven't. I mean, it's getting up to the point where it would be split season by now, so I'm not sure actually.
Well,
They
yeah,
might do like a short break though, like a 2-3 week break, if anything.
But yeah, if I have to wait after the last episode of the season to wait like another 6 months or so.
Oh god, it's more like a year.
Yeah, it has been a while since they had a.
That would be funny if you had to wait a year.
Dude, I'll honestly probably boycott the freaking show at that point. No, I'm not watching it because they did exactly what I wanted them to do by saying it. But I regret to inform you we will not be casting on the show anymore.
We're too right.
I'm so upset.
We get everything too accurately. What else you got for me?
Other than where the heck is Gran Torino, I got nothing else.
I like that. That's an actual
dude, because
thing you wanted to bring up.
Dude, because he was. Where the heck was he? He was. At the beginning of the thing, he was at a warehouse looking at, like, overlooking something. And Deku goes to Nighteye going, hey, where's Gran Torino? And he's like, oh, I have a separate mission for him. Which I'm not entirely sure, but he might be watching League of Villains, probably.
That's that's what I think the second half of the season is going to be. Is more League of Villains focused.
Well, obviously, they just got rid of Overhaul.
Yeah. But
now, my one thing is, what's going to happen to the boss? Like, do you think Aries going to rewind?
And fix him?
Yeah, because I think that's all that needs to be done, really. Because he didn't do anything, like, I don't think he did, like, any gene splitting or whatever. Atomizing.
Maybe the League of Villains is going to kill him.
Nah, they wouldn't kill him. He's an old man in a coma.
You don't know.
Honestly, maybe maybe he'll join up with the League of Villains, or like, you know, do like
a union,
form a friendship with them because of his foster child.
I mean, that was like his Overhaul was their one chance to have them join up and like work together, but that's kind of gone. I don't think the League of Villains wants that though. They kind of made it clear that they want to be the only guys in town.
Yeah, but I feel like his old school ways kind of like wouldn't want to be on the bad side of anyone, really. If that makes sense. Like, I feel like he's the kind of guy like, oh, well, one of my members did wrong by you. I have to make this right.
It's Shigariki time now, though.
Glove face
time. It's his time to shine again.
Dude, I'm just pissed off that he went to Glove World and got that cool mask and I didn't. It was just too much money, man.
He rocks it though. Would you like to get into prediction? The prediction minute.
Well, I want to say that we kind of did throughout the whole thing. We kind of like made predictions.
Would you like to kind of just lay him out again in like
another format,
a structured way? Yeah.
How can we really do this? We basically did it in the middle or like the
let's just run it again.
So basically we have somehow they're gonna bring back All Might at either the end of the season. He's gonna possibly flatline and then be brought back by hearing the beats of his heart.
I have a very strong feeling that's gonna happen.
Yeah, but the only problem I see with that, and it's like a personal thing, is I don't think that like they do that for the fact of it might be too sad, I guess. Like, no one wants to see that.
I don't know, man.
I know you want All Might to die. You've already said it multiple times.
I could definitely see that. Just for some reason, I can't get that image out of my head that they would do that.
Dude, now that we said it, honestly, that's all that's going through my head now.
It's 100%. You brought that up, and I can't.
Dude,
I can't fight that feeling.
Dude, I can't either, and I'm so pissed.
I'm gonna be so upset when that happens.
Dude, if honestly, like, you can literally say in the comment section when that happens, you fools. What have you done?
I have a prediction for next episode.
What's your prediction for
next episode? It's gonna be filler. It's gonna be filler. Clean up the fight. Clean up the scene. Everyone's getting back on their feet, kind of recounting what happened, where they are. You know.
So someone's seen the preview for the next episode.
I didn't actually.
Really?
Yeah, no, I haven't. Actually, the next two might be just filler and reestablishing like where they are in the story, what the villains are doing.
Maybe enrolling Eri into school.
Possibly. That would be cool. You think you're going to become a hero? I haven't even thought of that. Because I don't know how old she is.
Dude, that's so true.
That never even crossed my mind.
Dude, me neither, but I feel like she has to be young, but still.
I think she's like a child, though.
Well, yeah, a grown person would know their quirk. Unless they went way too far back using the rewind and they forgot how to use it.
What's going to happen to her, though? Like, who's going to take care of her?
Oh, my God.
What?
It's going to be one of two people, I feel.
Who?
All Might or Nighteye.
I could see All Might doing it.
That's my main thing.
Because he has nothing else to do.
As soon as I said it, I was like, it's either All Might, but also Nighteye might want, like, because I want to say he sees himself more as a teacher. Like, he likes to do, like, stuff like that.
Because I thought of that, like, yeah, it's a superhero world, but there's like real world consequences. Deku's like a high school kid. He can't have a just child around him, He could barely take care of himself sometimes.
Unless Mirio never gets his powers back.
It's interesting. I think that I could see them enrolling her in the school in some kind of like special program to try to learn her quirk. I think that would be a neat couple episode little arc.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably going to be the healer. The one that from the tournament.
Yeah. Because you're not just going to introduce this character with this crazy wild power that's just like unlike anything we've ever seen and then just kind of shove her aside,
Come on, they have Froppy in there, and I'll be honest, I'm just going to call him like perv guy.
Grapes?
Grapes, perv guy. Like they kind of threw him to the back burner.
Yeah, they threw them to the side, but their powers are weird.
What are you talking about? Froppy was in this.
I know Froppy was in this, but I'm saying like this character is one of the strongest quirks that we've ever seen.
I wouldn't say the strongest. I would say it's more of a. I'd say more of a shield than it is a.
Yeah, but in terms of like, it's what it does. It's pretty up there, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if she learned how to use it, she could just make someone like they never existed. It's pretty up there.
It could be possibly villainous.
Possibly, which is why they're gonna have to
monitor her.
Yes. That's a prediction. Let's see. Do we have another one? That's one.
That one's like a pretty bold one.
Not really. That's gonna it's gonna happen.
Oh no, what I'm saying is like we went into a whole bunch of things like All Might adopting her. We went into like a whole bunch of predictions. So I think
I don't think I don't think all of them are gonna happen.
Oh
but
yeah, but at least
we put all our cards out. Something's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think a 2-episode or 3-episode filler to just get everyone back on their feet. And then we get back into the League of Villains to finish it off with them breaking out All for One out of prison. That's where I think the rest of the season goes. And them capturing and eventually killing Eraserhead towards the end of the season.
No, I don't think Eraserhead's gonna kick the bucket.
I do.
I 100% think they did something to him. Because, like, I think it was either in the preview or towards the end when they were like getting everything back together, like Deku like just punched what's his name all the way down to the ground, and like he was kind of like not getting up. Like they showed like either him there or in the preview, he was just like off. He wasn't like himself. He was kind of like staring blankly into things.
They're doing something to him.
Yeah.
I could see him dying, that being their big emotional thing for this season. And then Eri comes in and reverses it because it doesn't matter.
Then all of a sudden, you know, Deku dies from some weird thing. Guess what? Eri comes in. Boom. He's back alive.
It's just like a reset button, and I just don't like that.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's her like ultimate, like bring back to life.
She can only use it once.
Or maybe her ult is fast forward.
That's probably more likely if she can do like.
I think it's easier to rewind than to go in the future. And I think that's what's going to happen when she trains her power.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. We'll see. I don't want to
do any more.
I don't want to say everything on my mind. I want to save some for the next episode and kind of rework them as we go along.
Also, last prediction, guaranteed Fat Gum is going to eat. Guaranteed Fat Gum is going to eat some food and he's going to get big again.
Guaranteed. That's a guarantee. You heard it here. So if that doesn't happen, you could label you a fraud.
Exactly. Also, one last thing. This was brought to you by Fruit Loop Pop-Tarts. They are amazing.
Is that a real thing?
Yes.
You're being serious?
100%. Guaranteed. Dude, I picked them up at Walmart. I saw them. I was like...
Are they frosted?
Oh, yeah. They're frosted, and they actually taste exactly like a Fruit Loop. It's so weird.
Well, doesn't Kellogg's make Pop-Tarts and Fruit Loops?
Yeah. But to get like I want to say it's like a paste Like, I don't know what the exact term for
I don't know what's
the
in a popcorn.
filling.
It cannot be good for you though.
All I know is you can't eat the blue colored M&Ms because those are the cancer causing ones.
Those are the best ones.
I know, that's why I purposely go to the M&M store
I
and I
asked
just
for
go,
blue.
"Can I get all the blue M&Ms, please?"
Um, that's all I got to say.
All right. Like always, see you guys in the next one.
Catch you on Friday. Peace.